Number 413 Delta Papa, this is Lansing Final Controller. How do you hear me?
We have you loud and clear, 703 Delta Papa.
703 Delta Papa, you're loud and clear. Is this going to be a gyro surveillance approach for runway 28 left today?
No gyro, 703 Delta Papa.
Roger. You are 17 miles on a modified dog leg for runway 28 left. This approach point is the runway threshold or the approach lights, and prepare to descend in about 15 miles. Minimum descent altitude for runway 28 left is 1320.
1320, miss approach was the lights or the runway threshold, 703 Delta Papa.
And number 3 Delta Papa, do not acknowledge further transmissions. Make half standard rate turns on final and standard rate turns in the pattern. 15 miles from runway, right of course correcting. Four miles from runway, right of course correcting. Turn right. Stop turn. One 3.5 miles from runway, right of course correcting, turn right. Stop turn. One 3 miles from runway, on course. And 2 miles from runway, on course. One miles from runway, drifting slightly left, turn right. Stop turn. One 0 miles from runway, slightly left of course, correcting. Nine miles from runway, holding left of course, turn right. Stop turn. 9.5 miles from runway, left of course, correcting.
Alright, well, 8 stimulars, mixtures, throttles, and cowls. Cowls are doing good, mixtures and props we'll be bringing in later with the descent.
8 miles from runway, left of course, correcting.
Avionics GPS, nothing
turn left.
set in there.
Stop turn.
No approach brief.
7.5 miles from runway, left of course, correcting.
Lights all on. I'm secure.
Secure.
You're secure. Pumps come on.
Turn left. 7 miles from runway, right of course, correcting. Stop turn.
And carb heat's off and autopilot is off.
6.5 miles from runway, slightly left of course, correcting. Five and a half miles from runway, drifting slightly left, turn right. Stop turn. 5 miles from runway, descend to your minimum descent altitude. Four and a half miles from runway, left of course, correcting.
Alright, below 130 and dropping gear down, or 140 and dropping gear down.
For planning purposes, November 413 Delta Papa, clear for the option on a 28 left, wind 24012, acknowledge.
Good option 28 left, Summon 3 Delta Papa.
We're 3 Delta Papa, 4 miles from runway, left of course, correcting. Three and a half miles from runway, left of course, correcting. Turn right. Three miles from runway, left of course, correcting. Stop turn. Turn left. Stop turn. Two and a half miles from runway on course.
Below 11, we'll bring it not to flaps.
2 miles from runway, drifting slightly right, turn left. Stop turn. One and a half miles from runway, slightly right of course, correcting.
Alright, minimums. We'll go red, blues. 3 green, 1 in the mirror. 100 knots.
1 mile from runway on course.
Go visual. Runway in sight, Summon 3 Delta Papa.
Seminole 3 Delta Papa, roger, proceed visually upon completion of the option of flighting 240, maintain 3000.
240, 3000 after completion of the option on 28 left, Summon 3 Delta Papa.
Sorry, aircraft calling Lansing, that ended in Whiskey Mike, this is Lansing second.